Thomas Was Alone. This game is excellent narration from Danny Wallace. It's any of the Are You Dave Gorman series with Dave Gorman, where he goes around meeting people around the country with the same name as him. So Danny Wallace is his flatmate. He's also done Assassin's Creed 2 and further games in the series, playing Sean Hastings. He's also done Yes Man, and that inspired the Jim Carrey film. So let's dive in.
Thomas was alone. Wow, a weird first thought to have. Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity. 1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing. Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think! What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump. A big jump. But Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently. This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might, or might not, be important. It might have been paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No, too obvious.
So brilliant music and narration in this.
Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it. He made another mental note. 4. Water. Not good. To be avoided. The loneliness was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
Jump over there.
Thomas was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper. He was evolving. He just wished he had someone to share it with. Chris took an immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was? Chris had been doing fine. He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times. Well, not actually. Not technically graceful. It's probably the wrong word, but, you know, fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
Oh. So the little dude can only jump do a little hop.
Okay, this was more like it. A glowy white thing. Only Chris could get to it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him?
Right, okay.
Great. Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate. Seriously, this made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile.
So it's got some really nice puzzles like that. You have to think about it.
Was this good? Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure. Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him. Sure, he'd been able to piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but where are that to? Ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point. Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred. He seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness. that would be fine. But it was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot.
Sounds just like me.
He hoped the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels. He knew that this was his chance, a moment to shine. This was game day. This would not do. John needed room to show off his exceptional skills. As it was, he was trapped on the wrong side of these little dot things. Where did they come from, anyway? John inhaled the air of the open space, and it smelled of awesome. Time to flex those muscles, to put his training to use, time to show those little dots how it was done. John decided to press the switch, to let the little dots catch up with him. John cared for his new allies. You could tell from the sympathetic expression he practiced in the mirror all these years.
I can't actually jump with everything on top of my head, so let's try this.
John was happy to keep helping. He felt it was important to his image that he was seen to help the little guys.
Okay. Try this. Might be another switch somewhere. Hopefully.
He didn't mind them so much either. The red one, Thomas, had a charming way of applauding every time John jumped. The angry orange one was less immediately likeable, but his unremitting cynicism and tutting amused John.
Right, so I've got to somehow get those up there. Harder than it seems. Let's try that. Yay! I left the little guy behind. Should be able to go up one at a time, I think. Or just made it. Boo worms. God damn it. God damn it, Roth. That was you. Yeah, this is just an awesome soundtrack.
This was interesting. A floating target. This would require coordination, balance, and timing.
Fuck then.
John was sure the dots would be lost, but he was happy to guide them to triumph. That's what the dots were for. They were there to extend John's reach, to make his performance even more impressive. John liked the thought. He decided to keep them. This was how Claire would die. She knew it would happen eventually.
No, not Claire.
Rubbish at jumping, and she moved slowly. She felt a little like her continued existence was breaking some kind of natural order. The crumbling pillar was a dramatic death, she supposed. Wait, what? Claire couldn't shake the feeling that she was not, in fact, dead. It was at that moment that Claire realised she had superpowers. She'd need a cape. There was no getting around that. You couldn't be a superhero without a cape.
Gonna need a
Claire
cape.
didn't want confusion. If you saw a cape, that made matters clear. You knew what you were dealing with. Claire was all about communication. And, you know, floating in water, which was her superpower.
Oh no. I'll leave a comment if you're watching.
Alright, fear not, my skinny friends, for I am Claire, and I will save you. Claire needed to come up with a superhero name soon.
No, you could have Super Claire. The Eclair.
Claire arrived just in time, which was, of course, the perfect moment. Claire arrived just in time, which was, of course, the perfect moment for superheroes to arrive.
Ah, so it's rising up. Save me, Claire. Super Claire.
As the water began to rise, Claire vowed to save this little rectangle in as many restarts as it took.
Witch Hunter would be an awesome class.
Claire wondered if Thomas would make a good sidekick. Or
But would it be Witch
Or
Hunter?
the Lone Avenger type. She'd like that. A
Or
sole
Witch
hero
Hunter.
in a world of rectangles and conveniently placed pools of toxic water.
Oh, Claire's just up. Oops, sorry. Silly Claire.
The others told Claire that staircases were a bit of a fixture here. Claire wondered why the world made it so difficult.
Whee! Oh, come on, guys. Oh.
Claire probably needed a nemesis, a villain who would show their true colours at the worst possible moment, hurting all she held dear. Chris was the most obvious choice. He seemed stroppy enough, and his jump was so pathetic that it conveniently avoided Claire's insecurities. Yes, Chris. Diabolical Chris. The fiendish Christopher.
Must be something up here then, is there? How on earth do we get across there? So they just die if they fall into water. Maybe we have to go all the way across. Yeah, I have to go all the way across. Oopsie.
Gone? Was he off somewhere? Plotting Claire's downfall? Claire was honest, and she had to be because she was a superhero. This was a troubling turn of events. Still, there were reasonably sized bodies of water to cross.
Really like the mechanics of this, where each character has their own strengths. Plus the narration is epic.
Platforms over water, eh? Claire's newly heightened senses told her that there were multiple paths across with various possible configurations of the little posse.
I like Claire.
Really well. Claire hoped she could get them all across. John was fully aware he could do this alone. Thomas hoped he'd never have to.
Come on. Just keep missing that one. Alright, so I've got to stay on that platform. No! Yay! Ba-ding. You don't want to hit the spikes.
Claire was alone, which was odd, because she wasn't meant to be alone. She needed to be where there were rectangles to save. Being the only superhero in a given space kind of defeats the object. Spikes? That was new. Claire avoided them. She decided they were most likely her kryptonite. Not the rubbish red kryptonite either, the proper radioactive green stuff.
Brilliant Superman reference there. Oh no. Ooh.
Wow. Deja vu. The world was repeating. And this time Thomas was here. Claire felt something had gone wrong. There was a disturbance in the force.
Lots of great
Something
references
had
in
altered
this.
the Matrix. The world was reacting to their progress. It was amassing its
God
forces.
damn it.
It was plotting against them. Claire finally had a nemesis.
Why won't it let me jump there? Oh, that's so annoying. That's better. Oh damn.
Laura was pleased this one was behind a wall. Maybe he'd never know what she could do. Maybe they could just have a conversation. Hang out. As long as he didn't find out what she could do. Which would never happen so long as they stayed separate.
I love the story in this.
Laura didn't have time to worry about the ominous pixel cloud. It had been following her for some time, and it had kept itself to itself, and... As the square, who had shyly introduced himself as Chris, bounced atop Laura, she began to worry that he was just using her like all the others had. They'd all bounced too, and then they disappeared when her back was turned. Only the ominous pixel cloud ever remains, looking a little bigger and a little less hungry with every disappearing friend. With every bounce, Laura found herself less and less irritated by Chris. She started to miss him when he wasn't there, on another platform or something. did wonder what he was up to.
Hi, Kaylee.
He wasn't saying very much.
I love the
was
soundtrack
in
in this.
love. She was perfect. He had to tell her so. At some point, he would definitely tell her. Probably best to wait for a moment the large, ominous pixel cloud wasn't about, though. Yeah, probably best to wait.
Guess then I might have to bounce across there. Oh no! I suppose I could just... that'd be quicker just jumping across. Until that happens. No! Laura can just slide. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Alright, so I need to use the long one. Switch.
Chris was massively disappointed to run into the gang again. He'd enjoyed the alone time with his new girlfriend. Too early to refer to Laura as his girlfriend? Only if I say it out loud, he told himself. He didn't want to scare her off. The others seemed suspicious of Laura, and the eager-looking pixel cloud of death which seemed to be watching her. Sure, they'd use her inherent bounciness to reach slightly higher jump points, but they wouldn't strike up a conversation with her. Chris found them rude. Rude, and always there.
Right, so I still need to use this guy to get up there. Do I? Yeah.
The others wouldn't drop it. Who's that cloud guy? Why is he following us? What's that rumbling hungry sound he keeps making? Chris, can we just leave Laura behind?
Oh no, I know what I've done. Laura can't jump that high. Stop jumping on Laura. That's it. Still not high enough. God damn it. Ah, okay. I have to go this way. Let's get Laura up there first. Leave a comment if you watch it. God damn, he's sticking to there. Right, he can just jump up here. If I didn't suck as much. God damn it. Right, that's one. What do you think of this game? Have you played it before? Let me know in the comment.
Rude.
Rude? Why? Need to make some platforms. Yeah, it's got awesome narration by Danny Wallace. So I said that at the beginning. Oh, come on, Laura can't make that jump. I'm stuck to the platform. Oh, that's better. No! It's always the one being left behind. Oh, damn it. Did it again. Chop this guy down now. Oh dear. Balls. You might be able to make the jump. Yes! So yeah, it's really good music. Let's hope YouTube doesn't own any copyrights or anything. I've got to throw that switch.
Laura liked her new gang. She liked Chris. She liked having friends. These ones seem to be sticking around too. Not like those losers from before.
I've got to get Laura onto the platform before she dies. Or Laura onto Claire.
Laura liked her new gang. She liked Chris. She liked having friends. These ones seem to be sticking around too. Not like those losers from before.
Come on. How else can I do this? Yay! I am so smart. SMT. Right, so this is a spike thing that will kill me if I try and get up there. Let's just activate this switch, see what it does.
It was spending more and more time hovering around. Laura could tell it was making the others uncomfortable.
Shouldn't be able to get on that side. Right, so I've got to have the other one bouncing midair. Let's hope I don't hit the spike, so I have to start all over again. Woo! Right guys, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.